Thank you everyone for being here. I'd like to begin by acknowledge the traditional owners of this land. Also like to pay my respects to elders past and present of this land. Let me start with a short story. This is me 10 years ago when I first stepped into the mud. I'm a biologist. I need to be honest with you. At that time, I was terrified by mangroves. I hated it, honestly. And I was reconsidering my idea of why I choose mangroves, why I'm not doing some more cool thing like coral reefs, for example. But anyway, that was my decision. And then I started to work with them and spend more time in nature and with the people who rely on mangroves to live. And actually, after 10 years working with mangroves, I love mangroves now. And now I'm here in front of you, the coral reef scientist, saying, let's restore mangroves too. So actually, this story makes me think that even if mangroves can be an awful ecosystem for someone, people's perception about mangroves can change. And this has a really important impact in the way that we can support or not support restoration and conservation programs. So using a case study in this research, my aim is to explore how people perceive mangroves, positive and negatively, and what factors drive their support for restoration. The case study will be conducted in the Great Barrier Reef catchments. We designed an online survey to understand public perceptions of mangroves and the restoration. To ensure a large-scale approach, we plan to deliver the survey through a panel company. And our sample will include at least 800 participants across the local government areas. Before starting the survey, we will test it with a group of 6 local residents, and we will include some closed and open questions related with positive and negative perceptions that maybe people hold around mangroves, if they support mangrove restoration, what are the reasons, what are their concerns, and some demographic variables. With this research, we expect to find the key social factors influencing how people perceive mangroves and examining variables to understand the reasons behind that. We hope to identify patterns in those public perceptions, and we will use relational statistics and other regression models to identify which factor strongly predicts support for mangrove restoration. Site selection is in restoration programs. Site selection in restoration program is a key factor in the success of this program. So by making the social data spatially explicit, we can compare the difference in site selection using only ecological variables and in combination with social variables. We plan to do this, translated social data of this survey in a spatially explicit way to provide information about the potential for significant improvement in restoration programs by considering social variables in a spatial way. So we will integrate this social preference from the survey, land tenure information, and indigenous rights into a social feasibility analysis to plan in a better way restoration programs at the GBR. So our research offers valuable insights for managing mangrove ecosystem at the GBR catchment. This is a work in progress. And also, we hope to understand how people perceive mangroves and their support for restoration. This information will be really useful in design restoration efforts that align with people's preference, and also to help choose restoration sites that maximize social feasibility. At the moment, we are waiting for the ethics approved for this project. So we hope to start soon with this. If you want to know more about this project or get in contact with me, just scan the QR code or drop me a message by email. Thank you.